In today's video, I'm going to be opening this iPhone 11 to replace the battery. The battery life is getting really low. We're down to 86% in the battery health in the settings. This means that it's basically lasting about half the day. One of the issues with replacing batteries in the iPhone XS and newer is that every time you do that, there's a notification that pops up in the settings saying we can't authenticate this battery. Here I have a new cell. It does not have a daughter board, as you can see. Here we've got the anode and the cathode leads that are protected right now. It comes with a new protection kit. Here's my spot welder that we'll use, and this jig that'll help us align the daughter board with the battery cell at the end of the repair. Let's go ahead and get started by opening up the phone, removing the pedal lobe screws really quickly. Warm up the screen and then carefully pry on a corner with a pry tool. Insert a pick when we can and carefully slide the pick down the side of the frame without damaging any components on the inside. After doing this on both sides, we should be able to get the screen off. Using our Y000, let's go ahead and remove the screws on both plates and set them off to the side in an organized fashion. After removing the plates, we can disconnect the battery and then the screen connectors. Now let's go ahead and remove the battery. This is super satisfying. If you're struggling, a little bit of alcohol will help loosen the adhesive so that it doesn't get stuck. Removing the Taptic engine and even the loudspeaker, if you'd like, will help you have better access to the adhesive below. Let's go ahead and switch over to our PH000 screwdriver to remove the Taptic engine and those 3 screws. Carefully disconnect the connector, and then we can carefully pick out the Taptic engine. Now we have access to the adhesive under the battery at the bottom. Taking our time to slowly pull out the adhesive so it doesn't break and go under the battery. Now we can take the battery out and carefully start to peel back the protector on the back of the battery. You can see here our new cell. It's the exact same size and width and dimensions. It just won't have any of the Apple information and logos. Carefully peeling back the electrical tape basically that is protecting the daughter board. If this tears, the new kit comes with one, but they are reusable if you can get them off without tearing them. Here you can see it unfold with the plastic bit. And the kit also comes with that plastic piece if it breaks. But I was able to get this off so we can reuse it. Now we'll carefully remove the rest of the protection that's covering up the daughter board, and expose the anode and cathode leads there that we'll then have to disconnect. One of the ways to do this is to use a razor blade, as you'll see here, and this is how it will go in the jig. Here, razor blade, I'm going to carefully get under and in between the metal sheet that folds over and pinches down the connector there. You can carefully pull it back, but sometimes the spot welds are so strong that they just tear the leads that come off the battery. Not a big deal. Another way to do it is just to simply cut it with scissors. Now I'm going to trim these to size, just comparing it to the old battery, making sure to never touch those leads together with anything metal. Now I can install it in the jig and carefully fold over and crimp down on those leads. Having it aligned with the jig definitely helps to make sure there's proper alignment. We'll go and connect our leads for our spot welder and go ahead and tack on each on the anode and the cathode there. I like to tack in 2 different spots. This allows for 4 individual weld points, just like this, and it's really that easy. Nice and secure, nice and firm. The new battery comes with a little bit of adhesive here that will help when we roll everything together and hold things together. I'll take the original adhesive that was protecting the daughter board and we'll cover it up. We'll go ahead and smooth that out here with a spudger and wrap the protector around the daughter board, enclosing it in there. We'll carefully fold it back over so that everything lines back up, and put the sticker back on and crease it down and get it nice and tight so everything looks good. Now we're ready to install it back in the phone. Let's go ahead and put our Taptic engine back, clip down the connector, and put all 3 screws back in to hold the Taptic engine back in its place. After connecting the screen, we can insert the new battery. We will now have a full charge with this battery and it should last all day. The only issue with the repair this way is that we are still left with the same data that was recorded on that daughter board. So even though we don't get that pesky message, which is my main concern, that says that we can't authenticate this battery, our battery health will still display the battery health of the previous battery, because it recognizes the amount of cycles that daughter board has taken. There is a way to fix this with a smaller daughter board that connects in between the battery and the motherboard, but you'll also have to recode that with another coder, and I may show a video of how to do that, but I just wanted to show how to do this.